Dear student, welcome you all in this today's class. We have already discussed the all gross feature of the pelvic girdle of ox. So this is the pelvic girdle of ox, and today we will discuss regarding some differentiation point of the different species. What are the differences points? So prior to a start, the important point of the different animal, we have an idea about this pelvic girdle. This from here to here is known as ilium. We have already discussed. And this part, you see this pen demarcation from here to here. Up below the obturator foramen, this is the ischium. You see, this is the ischium from here. And this part is known as pubis. And this is the obturator foramen, largest foramen of the body. And this is the cotyloid cavity. This is the cotyloid cavity, or we can say the acetabulum, where the femur attached. And above that, this is the supraacetabular fossa. You see, this is the supraacetabular fossa, and this is the tuber ischii, tuber external angle of ilium. This is known as external angle of ilium, and this is internal angle of ilium. This is the external angle of ischium. So another way, this is known as tuber sacral. This is known as tuber ischii. And this is known as external angle of ilium. These all are having on identical structures in different animals, and so we see one by one. This is the one important structure. This is the gluteal line. You see, this is the gluteal line. This is prominent in case of the cattle, and where it absent or rudimentary, we will discuss. This is the we can say greater sciatic notch, and this is the lesser sciatic notch. So one by one. First, we will discuss about the equine, how it look like and how it is located. So you see, this is the pelvic girdle of equine. Okay. So first distinction point is this gluteal line. Gluteal line, you see here, this is the gluteal surface. So gluteal line is not prominent. First point for the equine is gluteal line is not prominent. And second is this bones incline forward. In comparison to this one, this is somewhat expanded. You see, this is the cattle and this is the equine. So next point, this is inclined forward towards anterior. Next is superior sciatic spine is not sharp. You see, we have already discussed in this cattle. This is the greater or superior sciatic spine. This is not well prominent or not well sharp as in comparison to the ox. Next is cotyloid cavity is wide. When we discuss or compare this cotyloid cavity, you see this is the acetabulum or cotyloid cavity. In comparison to the ox, this is the wide. And another important, this is the acetabular notch. Acetabular notch are also more wide in comparison to the ox. So first point is that gluteal line is not prominent. Second, this bone inclined forward. Next is regarding this notch or spine, greater sciatic spine is not sharp, and this one cotyloid cavity or acetabulum is wider. Next, acetabular notch is also wider in comparison to this ox, and tuber sacral is inclined backward. You see, this is the tuber sacral. Na? This is the tuber sacral because sacrum comes in contact with this one. So this tuber sacral, when animal is in this position, so this inclined backward towards posteriorly. This tuber sacral inclined posteriorly. Next is tuber psoas tubercle. Psoas tubercle is not prominent, or we can say not well developed. Here, in case of the cattle, one tubercle is present in both veins, but here this is absent or not prominent. Next is supraacetabular fossa is not prominent. You see, this is the acetabulum. This is the acetabulum, or cotyloid cavity. Above that, there is a fossa that is known as supraacetabular fossa. In case of the cattle, you see here, this is the picture of this cattle. This is supraacetabular fossa. This supraacetabular fossa is in case of the equine. You see, this is the picture of equine both. So here supraacetabular fossa is not deep. Next, above the supraacetabular fossa, medially, laterally, there is a foramen. You see here, there is a foramen in case of the cattle. But Here, this is absent. You see, in this case, this is absent. So these are the distinguished points. Another point is that this is known as ventral tubercle. You see, this is the ventral tubercle in case of the cattle, that is prominent, but here in case of the equine, that is rudimentary. Ventral tubercle is rudimentary, means absent. Axial tuberosity is not rapid. You see, this is the axial tuberosity. In case of the cattle, this is the axial tuberosity 1, 2, 3 feet. But here, this is not trifid in case of the equine. You see, this is not trifid, only bifid. You see, clear division 1, 2 point. This is bifid in case of the equine. And overall, this bone inclined forward in direction, more forward, like this one. Aage ki taraf. This one is sheep. So total there are 10 distinguished points we have already discussed in case of the equine when we compare with this cattle. First point is that this gluteal line is not prominent. You have seen this gluteal line is not prominent. Second, this bone inclined forward. Aage ki taraf. Next, superior static spines are not well developed. This is acetabulum. This is acetabulum or cotyloid cavity is more wide. Next, acetabular notch is also wide. After that, there is a foramina present in this case of the cattle. Just near to the supraacetabular fossa, it is absent. Supraacetabular fossa is also absent. Next, ventral tubercle. You see here, ventral tubercle is also absent. And here there is a psoas tubercle in medially present in the cattle, but here it is absent. Ventral tubercle is also absent. This one. And axial tuberosity is not trifid like that. This is the axial tuberosity. You see here only bifid. 1, 2 bifid. 1 and 2 feet. But in case of the cattle, it was trifid. So this is the distinguished point of the equine, where what are the main features through which we can identify it is the bone of the pelvic girdle of the equine. Now, this is the pelvic girdle of the dog. You see, this is the pelvic girdle of the dog. So, what are the different points we will discuss in comparison to the ox? So, this bone from here to here, you see, I'm going to rotate from here to here. This is known as ilium. This is known as ischium. This flat bone is known as ischium. Both sides. This is ischium and this is pubis. This is visible. This is pubis. Okay. So, first point is that ilium is parallel both sides. You see this feature. This bone is look like this one, and this is the parallel to each other. Ilium, first point is parallel to each other, like this one. In case of the dog. Next point is that gluteal surface is concave. You see, this is the gluteal surface present on the lateral aspect of the ilium. So this is the gluteal surface, both sides. This one, both ilium having a gluteal surface. So you see there is a formation of cavity here. Okay. So gluteal surface is more concave in comparison to the ox and equine. Okay. Next is that gluteal line. You see here, there is no any gluteal line present here. You see, in this gluteal surface that is concave, so there is no any gluteal line present here that was present in case of the cattle, and it was also less prominent or absent in case of the equine. Next, crest of ilium is concave. You see, this is the crest of ilium. This is the crest of ilium. Both ilium having is more concave. You see, this is the concave from externally. So we have discussed here 3 points. First is that this two bone ilium is located parallel to each other. Next is that the gluteal surface is concave. You see the surface. This is the gluteal surface is concave. Okay, here also. And third is that crest is more convex. This is the crest of the ilium is more convex. Another point is that here presence of the gluteal line in case of the other species like cattle and sheep and goat, but here this is absent. So there are 4 points. Next point is that ischium is twisted. You see, this is the ilium from here to here, ilium, and this is the ischium. So ischium is twisted. Here you see, ischium is twisted, and ischial tuberosity is flat. You see, this is the ischial tuberosity from here to here is flat. But in case of the cattle, it is trifid. In case of the equine, it is bifid, and in case of dog, it is flat. Next is Supraesthetic spine is bland. You see, this is the supraesthetic spine. This is the supra. You see, this is the supraesthetic spine. This spine is, we can say, thick or bland, means not sharp as compared to the cattle. Okay. Next is greater or lesser sciatic notch is shallow. You see, this is the greater sciatic notch and this is the lesser sciatic notch. This is the greater sciatic notch, this is the lesser sciatic notch. You see in this, both are shallow, means like, you see, this is the greater sciatic notch and means forming a cavity. Here also forming cavity. But in case of equine or in case of the cattle, it is developed, means greater sciatic notch are more sharp and lesser is also sharp, but here both are shallow. Okay. Next point is that in case of the cattle, canine, acetabular notch is wide. Where is acetabular notch present? Acetabular notch present in the acetabulum. So this is the acetabulum. You see, this is the acetabulum. This is the acetabulum. So this acetabular notch is more prominent or more wide. Okay. And obturator foramen is completely oval in shape. You say this is look like the shape of an egg. This is obturator foramen. You see here. Oval, complete oval in shape. This is obturator foramen, that is the larger foramen of the body, complete oval in shape. And ischial arc is bifid. Ischial arc where is present? Is on ischium bark. So this is the ischial arc. This is bifid. You see, this is the ischial arc. That is the bifid. Okay. So we have completed about 10 points in this differentiation point of the pelvic girdle of the dog. First is that one by one you can count. First point, both ischium is parallel to each other. Okay. Next is that this is gluteal line. A gluteal surface is concave. Third, gluteal line is absent. Fourth, this spine, greater sciatic spine and lesser sciatic spine are shallow. Fourth point is that. Fifth point is that this acetabular notch is more wide. You see, this is the acetabular notch. And next, oval in shape, complete oval in cell obturator foramen. Ischium, 8th point, ischium is bifid. And this ischial tuberosity is flat. So this is the distinguished point, 10 distinguished points with which we can differentiate the bones of the dog in comparison with the other animal. Now, the other aspect is pig. This is the pelvic girdle of pig. You see, dear student, this is the pelvic girdle of. See, this is the two bones comes in contact to each other and combine to form a single pelvic girdle. So this pelvic girdle is see one by one the distinguished feature of this one. Ilium is not much expanded. You see this. This is the ilium bone. Sorry, ilium. This is the ischium, and this one is the pelvis. So this ilium is. This is the ilium bone. This is the ilium bone. It's not expanded and not goes laterally. Means it inclines backwardly. पीछे की तरफ है. Means not look like that. If like this one means laterally. If like this means towards backward in position. Okay. Next in point is that tuber sacral inclined chordally. So you see, this is the external angle of ilium, tuber ischiae. This is the internal angle of ilium, tuber sacral. So this tuber sacral inclined chordally. पीछे की तरफ आप देखें, इस तरह से जब करते हैं, तो ये जो tuber sacral है, पीछे की तरफ inclined किया हुआ. Okay. Dorsal border of ilium is convex. This one, dorsal border of ilium. This is the dorsal border of ilium is convex. Third point. Fourth point is tuber ischiae and ischial tuberosity bear three prominence. This tuber ischiae and ischial tuberosity bear three prominence. 1, 2, and 3. 1, you see, my dear students, 1, 2, this one, and 3. The tuber ischiae bear three prominence. Psoas tubercle prominent. You see here, this is the psoas tubercle. I think this is visible. This is psoas tubercle. This is psoas tubercle. This is visible, no? This psoas tubercle is prominent. And acetabular notch is perforated. You see, this is the acetabulum. This is the acetabulum. This is the acetabulum. And this is not well developed as compared to the other animal. This is perforated also in case of the poultry. We will discuss later on. So we have discussed main point. First is in case of the pig, ilium is not much extended laterally, means towards medially or towards the pelvic girdle. Tuber ischiae is inclined laterally. So this is the tuber ischiae chordally. This is the tuber sacral. This is the tibial sacral inclined caudally पीछे की तरफ. Dorsal border of ilium is convex, and tibial ischia or tibial tuberosity DS3 prominent we have already discussed. And next is the acetabulum. This acetabulum is completely round in shape. You see, this is the acetabulum, completely round in shape. And supraacetabular fossa is present, but not well developed as compared to the off. This is the supraacetabular fossa. I think this is visible. And this is fast tubercle, both sides fast tubercle prominent. So this all features about the pelvic girdle of the pig. Last is the pelvic girdle of poultry. This is the pelvic girdle of poultry. Single we confuse each other. So this is the single bones of the pelvic girdle, and when they combine to form ilium, ischium, and pubis together to each other, like this one. This look like this one in this animal in case of the poultry. Okay, so one by one. First point is that ilium bones fuse to each other this sacrum. So this is the ilium. You see, this is the ilium. This is the gluteal surface. This is the gluteal surface, and this is the sacral surface. So this sacral surface, you see, this is visible, I think. Okay, so they are fused to each other. You see, they are fused to each other. Next, acetabulum is perforated. Acetabulum. This is the acetabulum. This is the obturator foramen. This one is the obturator foramen. You see, this is the obturator foramen, and this is the acetabulum. This one, the acetabulum. Means acetabulum is perforated. Means there is no gap. There is passage between one side to another side. So this is acetabulum. That is perforated. Acetabulum is perforated in both sides. You see. So you see there are three foramina. One is the obturator foramen. This is the largest foramina. Above the acetabulum, that is perforated. In between obturator foramina and acetabulum, or you can say in between ilium and ischium, there is a perforation, or there is an extra perforation. This is known as ilioischiatic foramen. This is known as ilioischiatic foramen. This is the characteristic features only present in case of the fall. So there are three foramina: one, two, and this one is the three. So this three is known as ilioischiatic foramen. And pubis bones are long, and this pubis bone, you see this. I'm just going to rotate. This is the pubis bone. You see, this is the pubis bone. This is the pubis bone. And this is long, and in this case, tuber sacral, tuber ischii, this is tuber ischii, and tuber ischial tuberosity, tuber sacral, and external angular filium. These three are not well developed as compared to the other animals in case of the bird. Means absent or rudimentary. So we have completed the 5 important points in case of the bird or poultry. First is that both ilium are fused to each other, comes in contact with the sacrum. First point. Second is gluteal line is absent. Next, this surface is concave. This is gluteal surface is concave. Next point is that this is acetabulum is perforated. Acetabulum is perforated. You see there are three foramen. We are seeing three foramen. Clear cut. So out of three, this is the acetabulum. This is perforated. This one is perforated. This is the obturator foramen. In between obturator foramen and acetabulum, there is an extra foramen that is known as, this foramen is known as ilioischiatic foramen. It only present in case of the bird. Okay. And next is this pubis bone is flat, and external angular filium, internal angular filium, and ischial tuberosity are absent or not present. So that's all about the characteristic feature of the bird of the pelvic girdle, and we have already discussed the structures of the pelvic girdle of the different animals. So thank you so much for today, and we will discuss later on for the next topic. So have a nice day.